Okay, so look, I couldn't go to bed, so here we are again. Um, check out my loadout. I don't know how to start this off anymore. My mind is melting. Everything's just going away. What do I do? What is this? How is streaming? Um. Oh, it's running pretty well though. That's awesome. That's kind of cool, right? Yo, hey. Oh, we're just so okay right now. Everything's fine. Arkfeld. Hey, how's your day going? Oh wait, I should probably wait. Hold on. I should probably eat or restock on items. I'm okay. I am so okay right now. I hope you're okay. I'm good. Are you good though? Let me close some tabs actually. There we go. Hi everyone, welcome in. My name is Soren. I am sleep deprived, but I'm alive. That's my catchphrase now. I am so awake. I am going to hunt at this resolution and I hope I don't die. We are currently hunting at 1440p. And I will assume I will not die.
Wow,
hopefully.
what a view!
But if I do, don't hold it against me. Did I restock? I didn't restock. God damn it. You know, who needs to restock? There you go. I need to figure out how to actually use meat in this game. Being able to put down, like, meat has been a thing forever, but I have just never actually, like, gotten around to using it properly.
I'll just hop off.
Hi, Arkfeld. Oh, shit! No, I know. I know, Fleta. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Welcome in, Zexo. How are you feeling? How goes your day? How awake are you? Did you watch the direct? People have opinions on it. Welcome in, Maple. How are you doing? How's this look on stream, by the way? It looks fine to me on in-game, but in the capture it looks a little bit wonky. Shit! Everything has been fine, and now you've been jumped by Apple. No! Why Applebee's? Oh. Did it? What'd you do, Maple? What happened? Arkfeld's being a little bit temperamental right now. Oh. You pulled trigger, Julian, and triggers. Hey, yo, that's big! Congrats! Zexo should be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, welcome back, Zexo. I think you're back. If you're still here. I need thoughts. What do you think of the direct? I'm still like sleep deprived, so I need literally anything to keep me up. I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome back, Zexo. How'd you feel about Nintendo's? I feel like people have had thoughts about it, and I'm just like, I'm still kind of stewing on it. Because now I'm in the weird position of, I don't think I yeah, I'm a little bit mixed. Like, I feel like the games themselves are pretty okay. It's more so the price that I'm kind of whatever on. Because I am someone who is maybe a bit more optimistic when it comes to Nintendo's, like, system specs, right? Like, and on the surface, it does have a better screen than the Steam Deck, at least the base Steam Deck. Yeah. Like, it does have a better screen than the Steam Deck, so I can understand why it's more expensive if the specs match up, right? Like, if the specs are on par with the Steam Deck. But also the fact that the games are like $80 is like harsh in my buzz a little, you know? Like, I understand them not wanting to, like, them wanting to show off more of their own, like, first-party stuff, like, in-house stuff. But, like, dude, like, the fact that Xenoblade Chronicles X just came out, and they are unwilling to be like, hey, want to see this game at 60 FPS, or even 120 FPS at 4K? And it's like, just show it to us, right? That would have been the thing that sold me. Maybe not $80, but yeah. I don't know. It's a weird time for video games right now. I can't even say that, like, going PC only is the right choice, because Monster Hunter literally just came out, and going console with that is just like, you know. The upgrade packs are just DLC in a different... Well, okay, so the thing about the upgrade packs, right? That I need to see how they're priced, because on PlayStation, like for PS4 to PS5, that's like $10. That's like... It's not the best situation to be in, but like that's a situation that works for me, right? Like, okay, $10 from PS4, a game I bought on PS4 to PS5, whatever, right? $10. But they didn't say anything pricing wise. Your hopes aren't high with everything else you've been hit. Yeah. Welcome back, Ghost Trick. We are awake. We are awake and hunting because I have nothing else to do. Eat shit. The GameCube decision did not make you happy? What? Like, oh, it being tied to the Switch too? Hi, God. But now God and Micaiah can finally play Path of Radiance. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't consider myself, like... I don't really consider myself loyal to any, like, game company. That's just silly. But, I don't know. Like, I like the games I saw at the very least, but a lot of the pricing stuff is weird to me. Yeah, I just play games. Air Ride with Sakurai back on board, though, that's kind of big. Is it $80 big? I don't think any game is. I'm gonna be real. But that is big. That is huge. As soon as I saw that Kirby model, I was just like, hey man, that's Sakurai's Kirby. Hold on. Hold the phone. this is what because he's been saying that he's been working on something for a while. They showed off cool games. You still don't have a reason to not just legally play these virtual consoles on computer. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think how I feel about it is I don't know. How do I feel about it? I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Hi, Zania. You like Monster Hunter? Okay, here's how I feel about it. If I were just a normal person, like not even a kid, like an adult, like a person who I am. If I was who I am, but not streaming, I would have been maybe not okay with it, but more willing to go along with it. But I am now, you know, I'm streaming, right? $500 for like the new Switch and Mario Kart. That's a lot, and I can, and you know. Hey, a new graphics card would probably be a better investment for me, just by the fact that, like, hey, that will improve not only all the games I currently play, but also my streaming stuff, right? Like, I don't know. Healing back to Kirby Lens, Air Ride was never an $80 game. No, it wasn't, but I don't necessarily think, like, I don't like the idea of attributing games to a price, but even like that aside, an $80 game is crazy to me. Like, they were just weaning us off of like $70. I need, like, you know, roll it back a little. We can at least talk about $70 games. It's not gonna be an easy talk, right? But hey, man, like, we can talk at $70. $80, ATM, welcome back. It's not really worth $700 to play 3 or 4 Switch games you want, but man, do you really want? Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Like, they are games I would be really interested in, and it's not even like, you know, 70 is still a hard sell for me. But I'd be willing to have that conversation, right? Like, if you could convince me, right? Let's make up a hypothetical situation. If Xenoblade 4 was announced, you know, a game that would take full advantage of either 4K or a high refresh rate or whatever, higher fidelity, I'd be willing to have the conversation at 70. Like, 60, no problem. Yeah, that's a full game to me. That's still, in my mind, the normal price for a video game. 70, you know, hey, I bought the Monster Hunter. I have no excuse. Yeah, if all these games are on PC, you buy them instantaneously for 70. Like, 70, it's like, it's still pricey, but it's very much like, you know, can't wait to see no one play Street Fighter on the Switch. I don't know, Zen. Like, I keep thinking that the Switch doesn't have a fan base for that kind of stuff. But then whenever I see fervor online, like either positive or negative, it's always at least like, hey, there's enough outrage here that people would, right? Like, I've been seeing some people get upset about the fact that, like, the Switch only has 256 gigs for storage for games, and I'm seeing people get very upset because they won't be able to bring over their 1 terabyte of Switch data over to the Switch 2, because that's another expense, right? That's $200 worth on top of like what you're already paying. Meanwhile, I'm over here just being like, how do you have a terabyte of Switch games? Because I can't fathom that. Wait, your games are going up to 80? Yeah. I know a lot of people are saying that the tariffs are involved, and I'm not smart enough to know if that's actually the case. We're already clocking in at 90 for games. Oh my god. You legit know no one who plays Guilty Gear, Melty Blood, or any traditional fighter on the Switch? I at least know some, like, people who play the well, I guess the Capcom games are, like, on there to begin with. It's fine. You already have a big backlog of games here anyway. Like, yeah, we were kind of in the middle of our Switch 2 talk. Again, I don't want to get too into this because I feel like it's just kind of, like, weird across the board. And, like, hey, man, if you buy the Switch 2, I'm not going to blame you for it. Like, I'm not going to judge either way if you're buying or not buying it. Like, also, it's literally the first few hours that it's been announced, so I don't know. It's definitely not a day one for me, yeah. Like, I was a Switch 1 day one, and I was pretty satisfied with that, but that was also $300 in 2017, you know? I mean, you know, some people who play, like, fighters on Switch, but it's a cut of the cut of, it's a cut of the community when it comes to fighting games. Like, I'm not in tune enough with the Switch community, right, to know, like, what actually is popular, right? Like, a lot of the games I saw for that weren't console exclusives, like, Daemon X Machina is definitely coming to Steam, right? Like, hey, I'm probably gonna get that on Steam, right? Not because, like, hey, I don't think the Switch will be able to run it, more so because I already have Steam, right? But Duskblood, man, like, that's the thing. A lot of people are just like, hey, this isn't gonna run well on the Switch. And, like, I understand why people are, like, worried about that, but it's a game from FromSoft being developed for the Switch on the on the Switch 2. Like, it's up from the ground up, designed around the Switch 2. If it doesn't run FromSoft's game well, I don't know if that's like a Switch 2 problem, right? Is it going to be worth that much money for one game? No console is. Duskblood was definitely not on your bingo card. I don't think anyone really thought Nintendo exclusive Bloodborne equivalent, right? You're sure it'll work good, you just don't want it on the Switch. Yeah, that's honestly fair. Honestly cannot validate the worth of fighters being on the Switch after being on Steam and PlayStation for so many years, and you're 90% sure most Steam players have a Steam Deck now. Yeah, that's fair. Like,
Make room for me too.
I also, like, I don't know. Cause you're right. Like, I don't think fighting game players would benefit from a higher resolution screen. Not higher resolution. A higher refresh rate screen anyway. Because most fighting games are locked to 60, yeah? So I'm not really sure they're attracting many people with that. Plus, it is to kill all consoles now. The real question is, can it run Monhun Wilds? Goku, my computer can barely run Monhun Wilds. Again, I do think the Switch is capable of... The Switch 2 would be capable, but I'm gonna assume that that's going to be a thing on, like, Capcom side of things to optimize it. Because I have dreamed of that, right? Like, a game on PC, Steam, you know, PlayStation, Xbox... A Monster Hunter game on every system, including a Nintendo one that is crossplay. And I'm just like, You're sure it'll work. You just don't want it to Switch. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, man. You only got excited for the 4th Final Fantasy VII Remake? Like, I think... Okay. Again, I'm not the person this is aimed for, and I am simply, like... I am simply happy for more people being able to play more games. Assuming those people can get this console. And here's the thing, like, if someone is not interested in Steam, which is a weird assumption to make, is a weird thing to fathom, but no, you know, those people exist. If there are people who don't have a computer that is capable of running, like, anything, and only have one console... I do think the Switch, like, you know, you can't really go wrong with any console at this point, right? Like, a lot of people like to say that, hey, PC exists, we could just all switch to PC. Monster Hunter Wilds just came out. That has been making me rethink, like, should I have bought a PS5 when I had a chance? You'd be surprised to see gamers who don't use Steam after the pandemic. Yeah. You were a console loyalist too until then. Like, it's not even really about console loyalism. It's more so like, hey, I understand the appeal of not wanting to even have the temptation of a PC, because then you get into the trap of, hey, because it's the same trap, right? Like, I can always, like, I'm good until the next graphics card. I am good until the next console, right?
I'll just hop off for now.
Sony really messed up the PS5 launch. That was so rough. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily hear too much about the PlayStation 5 side of things, because a lot of the PlayStation 5 games are usually not my deal. But I hear good things from people who like them. Like, I guess I would, but, you know, I don't know. The Switch 2 is priced similar to what you paid for your Steam Deck, and you don't know how to feel about that. Okay, so we were talking about this, and I do think, at least on paper, right? At least on paper, the screen is high resolution and it has a higher refresh rate. Whether or not the specs are capable of outputting the same results, who knows, right? I guess we'll find out. You have no problem with consoles. Actually, you think they're great for people who can't afford a PC. You've been there. But man, some of the best games are just trapped on consoles. It's weird to alien a whole group because they don't want to buy an extra $500 piece of hardware. That's fair. Like, I feel like it would have been an easier sell, like, I don't know. I was, born and raised during the console wars. So it's like, to some degree, I still don't really see that as weird, like, of an exclusive.
Check your map when you're ready.
But also I understand, literally, it's always better to have more games available to more people, right? So I'm kind of like in that weird middle section of, I don't really see what's weird with exclusives, but I also understand why they are bad for a lot of people, right? Ven, hello! How go the hunts? I am walking around doing the usual thing of, like, just talking while running around in a circle. Nintendo will carry their IPs to the grave. Yeah, like, I don't know. Because I understand, but I'm also just like, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird for me, of like, Nintendo still, I don't consider myself a Nintendo fanboy, but I do think that, like, a lot of the Nintendo first-party games are still the only first-party games that really appeal to me. Like, I feel like the chase for better graphics has never really been my thing. New DK looks fun. You're not a fan of the new DK look. The new DK look is the old DK look, though. It's just, like, prior to Rareware, right? Yeah, it's okay to enjoy Nintendo games. Nintendo business practices is a different story. Dude, like, again, we were just having the discussion about $70 games. I don't know if I'm willing to, like, talk about $80 games right now. Exclusives are predatory, which made sense when not every human played video games, but now everyone does, so as a AAA company, you're rich anyways. Yeah. It came out November 2020, so there were insane supply issues, a ton of quality of life issues like controllers dying, massive bugs, scalpers took over the market, and Sony's communications... Right! I forgot about, like, that. Nintendo hates competitive Smash more than the FGC does, and that's hilariously ironic. I thought they were getting better, but no, they did backtrack a bit, like post-COVID. They put pants on them. Should monkeys wear pants? Should the Kongs wear pants? I don't know. I think he's way more expressive than Donkey Kong's ever been before, and that's been necessary. Right? But I understand why people are, like, a bit hesitant. DK in suspenders. Welcome in, Kagamiya. Hello. People get sensitive about exposed hips nowadays. I don't... They showed off a new, like, Lady Kong. That's... She's gonna be popular. Just because he got pants on doesn't mean he ain't our Kong. I feel like they're trying to make Donkey Kong young again. Right? That seems like... Because he has very big, like... Donkey Kong Jr. energy again. And maybe, like, they're trying to separate him from Diddy a little. Leave your goat alone. I'm not saying anything. Nintendo probably took one look at the Sonic Band and we're like, put some pants on that monkey. Again, there is a new lady Donkey, like Lady Kong. She might not be a Kong. She might just be simian of some sort. So they have clearly learned nothing. You're just stoked that we have new DK games. What do you mean, Kagamiya? You don't like Tropical Freeze? Again? You know, I have not actually played that game. I'm sure it's amazing, actually. But, I don't know. Low poly DK, but ain't the same joy. Like, it is a very different vibe. I don't mind it. I think I'm generally okay when people change character designs whenever, like, just to get more emotion out of them. Like, I really liked it when Ash was redesigned in the Sun and Moon anime. Legit curious what they're gonna do for the next Smash game, considering Nintendo's stance in competitive Smash. Like, there was a weird point where, like... Do you remember that weird... Like, and this is not justifying anything. It would be a horrible way of justifying things, but... Do you remember that weird point where, like, all of the Smash controversies happened, and then, like, for a very split second, people were just like, you know, maybe this makes sense as to why Nintendo's separating themselves from the scene. I'm not really bringing that up to bring any sort of point. I just remember that being a very weird time. That's it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, when I say I don't know, it's not like me being, like, dismissive or, like, negative about things. But it's, I don't know, I literally just do not know about, like, how I feel. Like, things are pricey now, the tariffs are... People are saying the tariffs are, like, causing a lot of the prices to hike up. And I'm sure they are. Computer prices are definitely hiked up. You went to a Smash tournament recently, too, mostly to cheer for your friends. Apparently there was an event called Randubs, and after your friend explained it to you, you're just like, oh, so this is a gambling ring. Starting to think Nintendo did nothing wrong. Well, like, I don't know. I understand not wanting to, like, promote the scene. Like, because that's an extension of, like, you know... Actually, didn't the Splatoon competitive scene see, like, something really, like, weird happen? Or, like, didn't the winning team, like, get called out for, you know, being horribly racist or something? I say that like it happened yesterday when it was probably, like, years ago. I don't know, man. When players start going 1,000 negatives for Smash matches, you don't know what to think anymore. Because that's legitimately what happened. That's crazy. Like, I understand. I don't know, man. Like, Smash Brothers has always been weird to me competitively. Because it is legitimately a fighting game, right? Like, it is very much a game that takes a lot of skill to get good at. You know, whichever game you consider your Smash game of choice. But I feel like they're, you know, as someone not super into the fighting game scene, a lot of it seems so, like, unregulated, you know? Like, obviously unregulated because, hey, depending on who you talk to, the players can be weird as hell. Yeah, it's raw. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's why I've always felt weird about, like, Nintendo's stance on how they feel about Smash Brothers. Because on one hand, yeah, dude, no, support the game that you literally put out, regardless of the scene. But also, like, with all the weird things that happen around Smash Brothers and kind of the stigma that it has, I also understand, because I feel like being a part of that would be like a PR nightmare. Not that it still isn't just because they're not involved with it, but I don't know. You're not gonna judge people for enjoying games the way they want. Yeah, yeah, very much so. Well, I say that, but I don't know. I still get very iffy on when people time travel in Animal Crossing, but that's just me. I'm kidding. Kidding. Community makes the rules and opinions can differ, to put lightly. Oh, yeah. It's very messy, I'm assuming.
A lot of monsters there.
I don't know. I don't know what the future for Smash Brothers would be at this point. A Smash Brothers at 4K 60 would be cool, but I don't know. So when are you free for 6 hours? No reason in particular? Rua, are you... I'm gonna fucking die. You want me to be your Andy? I want you to say it. Welcome in, Rua. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm a little bit sleep deprived, so... Takes might be a bit unhinged for now. People take it too seriously. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know. Wait, no, that sounds so weird now, actually. Shit. No, that sounds very Andy of me. No, wait, actually, it does. Don't. I take it back. I take it back. Stop it. Don't get... You stand up right now. Stand up like we were intended to. As God's children. Anyway, welcome in, Rua. I tried to go to bed, but I have too many thoughts about video games right now. You wish you had a popcorn emote right now? God damn it. You've been making emotes, though! Right, Ben? When are we doing this? We have to, Soren. Is it really out already? Not enough slots? Oh, that's fair. Wait, you filled out your slots? Yo, let's go. Hold on. That's big. That's an achievement. You stand on both casual and competitive sides of things, depending on the game. People can take the game seriously if they want, just don't force that view onto others and vice versa. That's fair. That's so true. Bro, that's not gonna, like... You say that the game is going to be 5 hours long. We talk during those. We take breaks. There are long periods of time where we just hang out. That's not going to be a 6-hour endeavor. That's going to be a 24-hour endeavor.
Let's let the sacred take us where we need to go.
How long was our last playthrough?
I should mark our destination.
Are we locking in? After your birthday! You shut up! God! Not even my sister actually calls me Big Brother anymore. God. No, they're white. They call each other Big Brother and sister. Well, actually, that might actually, maybe, yeah. I don't know if anime exists in the Andy and Lele verse, the Coffin verse. Well, you gotta decide which playthrough is our canon one. You stopped playing A Date with Death with me because you couldn't look me in the eyes and said your name. I don't know if this is gonna be any better. excuses. No doubt the sibling route when you do continue the series. When it's incest with cannibalism, you think the suspension of disbelief. You know, so fair. What are you even saying right now? Nano, welcome in! Don't pay attention to Rua at all. It's fine. This is why I made the pizza emote. You say that like we share VTuber parents. I could say something, but I will refuse. No, I refuse. No, I refuse. No, I can't. Nano's here. I can't. I don't want to influence Nano in any way or form right now. How are you doing, Nano? Did you see the direct? Dad and Auntie are fighting? This is some weird fighting. No, wait, come back! You gotta tell us about your Nintendo Direct takes. I don't know. Silksong is real. It is real. I don't know. Like, it's not really even like me being like annoyed by fan bases. Maybe a little. But like, I feel like okay, this is gonna sound really mean, and I don't. Okay, I kind of do mean it this way. But Silksong fans getting, like, Hollow Knight fans getting 5 seconds of Silksong, and Bloodborne fans getting, like, a not Bloodborne exclusive to the Switch is maybe, like, the funniest thing for me, as someone who is, like, not into either. I don't know. It's kind of funny. No Kid Icarus, but we have mice. Man, I would love a Kid Icarus sequel, but it hasn't been, like, 20 years yet, so I gotta wait. Sakurai's too busy with his other son. He needs to give Kirby some love. He hasn't seen that boy in, like, outside of Smash Brothers for like 20 years. The last time Sakurai directed a Smash, like a Kirby game, probably was actually Air Ride, wasn't it? She thought it was gonna be in a Smash game. I had faith. Well, okay, so the thing about Sakurai and Kirby is Sakurai's Kirby is less cute. Sakurai's Kirby is very much like it's like very different, but I feel like post Sakurai Kirby, like Sakurai Kirby not done by Sakurai has very big eyes and is very small, round, like it's a small round shape. Sakurai's Kirby has always felt very like, I'm not trying to appeal to like young boys or young girls. I'm trying to hit that like for everyone demographic, you know? No, Sakurai doesn't work on the Kirby games. He hasn't worked on them for years. Like he does not work with HAL. He hasn't worked with HAL or for HAL in a while. Like actually Sakurai's, I'm pretty sure Sakurai's last like Kirby game was either Amazing Mirror or Air Ride. No, yeah, right? Because you will always associate Kirby with like Sakurai, but he created the character and then dipped for ever. Your bot is Eddie and look at the child thumbnail. It's meant to be. I'm gonna be so real, Rua. The way I feel about you calling me Big Brother is the same way I feel about the Switch too. of I don't know how to feel. Sakurai went to get milk. Can you? Okay, we gotta. Okay, if you are saying that, you need to put in parentheses because we voiced the characters of Andy and Lele. Lily. I don't know. You can't just say that. People are gonna get the wrong idea. I am out of that 2010s anime phase, alright? I do not sympathize with, what's his name, Kyosuke? What was his name for Oreimo? If anyone but Rua said this, it's straight to the timeout zone. Rua's allowed to say that because everyone here knows Rua. People don't do incest like that. I'm going to say the title of a franchise, and depending on your reaction to it, I need to know. That will explain so much to me of who you people are. Yosuga no Sora. That's it. I missed. I watched Yosuga no Sora thinking it was just gonna be a normal, like, oh, this is just gonna be a normal anime, right? Dude, it was not. It was very much not, so. That's it. Anyway. I don't know. Have we moved past that? I feel like siblings are still very popular in anime. Was the Magical Academy show like that long ago? What are my thoughts on the open worldification of Mario Kart, by the way? I think it's interesting. I don't think it will matter too much in the actual game, because I feel like if I'm playing with other people, you're just gonna do races, right? Hi, Goku. But for me though, that is a very big boom for me, because hey, I have something to play on stream that I don't need to think about now, right? Assuming I get the Switch 2. Switch 2 doesn't actually have any must-plays for you, so you're like, yep, it exists now, and it is expensive. Yeah, like, I think for me, it's very much like, it's not a day one, it is an eventually, though. But that hurts me, you know? Like, I'm trying to think of what they could have announced, and it probably would have actually just been Kid Icarus for me. Like, or actually probably Smash Brothers, I'm gonna be so real. But Sakurai's busy, so I'm okay. Like, if they make him Ace Attorney 7 the Switch 2 exclusive, I think Capcom can't make it exclusive at this point. They make too much money going like every other platform. Serious question, can you emulate a game if you buy it but don't own? I think that's okay. I think that's fine, Ghost Trick. I mean, you know, definitions of fine. The FromSoft game plus Daemon X Machina doesn't sell you to. The FromSoft game is probably better to me because I know Daemon X Machina is definitely going to be like crossplay, or like not crossplay, like multi-plat. Whether or not this FromSoft game is, it'll probably, if it becomes another Bloodborne situation, I will find that hilarious. But maybe it'll be my turn for a Bloodborne, right? I don't know. I think, because it doesn't remind me of Bloodborne. What it reminds me of when Demon Souls was locked to like PlayStation, and then they made Dark Souls, or was it? No, was it the opposite way around? Don't you get you wrong? You would pirate literally anything, but Nintendo's your soft spot, and you don't want to be assassinated. Like, no, I get it. Like, there's like always a weird ick to like pirating something that is current gen, if that's even possible. Sometimes, right? Like, it's possible on the Switch because the Switch has been around for like a decade. You know, like, hey, man. But I get it. I understand.
This'll freshen you up quick.
Gemma
would be all over this.
Like, that's not even me being like, piracy's bad. It's just more like, you know, hey, the game is available to me. Because I usually, if this is a weird conversation to have. If I pirate something, it is usually an issue of availability, right? Like, if it's on Steam for like $5, no, like that's a buy, right? Hey, man, like support the developer however way you can. But you know, it's also just like I don't think I'd ever play a pirated game on stream unless, you know, a current one, right? Because I have in the past, but most of them have also been games I own, right? I don't know. Oh, but yeah, I don't know, man. If it's a current game that's readily available, there's not really there's not really an excuse for it. It's very much like even if you disagree with pricing and stuff like that, I don't know. It always comes across to me as weird if it's current gen. And even if it's like a boycott reason, like I don't want to play, like if it's someone going like I don't want to play Hogwarts because I don't agree with J.K. Rowling at all, I don't think pirating that game really gets across like what people want, because it still says, hey, I'm against this,
The bone folk.
but I still really want to play it. I just don't want to pay, right? It like that just I get it, but it rubs me the wrong way of like you're not really supporting something if you're still playing it. Even if you're doing so like in dubious ways. It's still like like I don't know. Yeah, if it's private, no one's gonna know. Again, this is not advocating for piracy or against it. I'm just saying, like, hey, man. What you do in your own time, as long as it's not hurting anyone. If those games go to 80, though, you know. Like, dude, that's... Again, I was willing to have the conversation at 70. It was going to be a long, hard conversation, but it'd still be a conversation I'd be willing to have. 80 immediately is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's so wild. Like, I'm playing a $70 game right now, right? Like, again, I don't like comparing games and being like, oh yeah, this Mario game is not worth as much as, you know, a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls. No, I don't like doing that. That seems like reductive. It's super reductive, actually. But I don't know. I feel like 80's a lot. 80's asking so much. And I know the industry is kind of in a weird place right now. Oh god, 80's so much. You love paying developers, not companies, and you know that extra 10 isn't going to the hardworking people. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's such a weird time for games right now. Like, not only the culture war stuff, like, I can't play a video game without someone like... I'm talking about the Roman Empire in, like, right next to, like, an anime woman's ass. I can't play video games at a normal price anymore. I need to, like, upgrade my computer to play a game that I was looking forward to playing.
On my way there.
Video games are so grossing in the green because there's no excuse, you know? Yeah. Like, we went from video games being super niche and looked down upon to literally more, like, you know, way more, like, bigger industries than TV and movies, at least in my eyes. I'm not sure if the numbers actually pan out that way, but, you know. You need to buy a new power supply. Okay, at the very least, the power supply is a cheaper upgrade, right? Like, at most, like 150, maybe 100 even. It feels like more of a luxury now, which is a shame. Though it is a marvel that the industry has gotten so big across various mediums. Yeah, it's, I don't know, like, that's 2 Monster Hunter, you know, you're right. That price just for the game is enough to make you think thrice. Yeah. It's... I get it. I understand. Games are going to get pricier. But it still feels weird, you know? Like... I do miss when games are smaller. And games still are smaller if you look to the, like, indie scene, right? Like... I feel like the indie scene still has that energy that you would have, like, in the early days of, like, whatever gen the PS2 GameCube was, or, like, the DS era, or even the 3DS era, but, you know. Everyone go buy Haste. Haste is pretty good. I don't know. It's weird, because you go from an industry that was primarily seen as, you know, adjacent to toys, to something that is now, like, a multi-billion endeavor that challenges... What the fuck is that? Was that Woodwood? What the fuck was that? Was that a Woodwood, or was that Endemic Life? That was Woodwood, right? Sorry. Yeah, we went from a game, like an industry that was basically adjacent to, like, toys. And it's now, like, you know, seen as on par with cinema. And that is, like, I don't know. I feel weird about it. When you were little, video games were just losers making things for other losers to enjoy. Yeah. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. It was still an industry. It was still, you know, a thing, but it at least was smaller, right? I don't know. It was losers making things for other losers, though. Still money involved, but, you know, it was very much old motherfuckers. Yeah. I don't know. Like, now it's a thing that millionaires brag about being good about. Except they pay for other people to be good for them. You're gonna be old soon, it's almost your birthday time. Happy birthday, Ghost Trick. Everyone here wish Ghost Trick a happy birthday. We celebrate these here. Getting the big 4-0. Ooh, wow. Big 4-0. Happy birthday. Nothing wrong with that, though. Again, like... Ghost Trick, we've talked about this, haven't we? Yeah, you're not 40. Shut the fuck up. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute.
Look at all our
Hey, hold the phone. Wait a minute.
about the barbecue grill.
You're not 40. God damn it. I don't know. I do not agree with the... Shut the fuck up! You'll be 23. Get out of here. In your prime? God damn it. Lap it up. Yeah, I do not agree with the doomer sentiment that, like, 25 and older is middle-aged, okay? Hey, man. You people, like, everyone online is just like, oh, I'm 30. I'm going to die soon. Shut up. No, you're not.
Engaging with the target.
I've never agreed with that idea, and it is... When you are actually 40 Ghost Trick, I will say happy birthday to you proper. Until then, though, god damn it. Make a big deal of it when it's the actual day. When it... Let us know, I'll stream on that day. Or I guess you can stream on that day. Wait, when's your date? I don't like this doomer, like, sentimentality of, oh no, I'm 30. Look at me. My life is half over. No, it's not. Modern medicine has fixed that. Like, the only, like, if you hit 40, I'm not even saying that you were old at that point. I'm just saying that is, if you were to say you were, like, complain about age at 40, right? I feel like that is when I'm just like, I'm not gonna say that, you know, you're overreacting, but it's definitely like, okay, you're still young. I still agree with you being young, but, like, you know, bodily wise, I can see something. I can see things happening then. April 29th. If young, why her all the time? We gotta exercise. I will have another treadmill stream. I will buy Ring Fit on the Switch too, maybe. I don't know. Speaking of old, Rose Bravely Default Crash Out made you realize your favorite Monster Hunter gen is over a decade old now. Kagamiya, this is like Monster Hunter Wilds is nothing but a Monster Hunter 4, like, I don't know if you're talking about 4 or 3, but it's at least a 4 harkening back to, like, I've been feeling it. It's 4? Yeah, it's 4. Like, Gemma aged in real time. Is Kingdom Hearts 1 an old game? Oh, definitely. At this point, yes. Rua crashing out about, like, Bravely Default is, like, messed me up. I won't lie. Because, like, again, I don't think that people my age or, like, around my age are old. I honestly think we're babies and overreacting. But I don't know. There's, I don't. It's something. It's always something weird hearing a 3DS game in someone's, like, nostalgia, you know? Because Bravely Default still seems new to me, right? It is old. It is definitely old at this point. But, like, I still remember, like, launch day, right? This was the Final Fantasy, but not, right? I don't know. truly the wonders of aging. Like, it just bewilders me, right? Like, you know, the generations before us probably also had that feeling, right? Of how can the GameCube be someone's nostalgia, right? How can the N64 be someone's nostalgia? So it's so like modern, and it's like, yeah, I feel it now. I felt it back then, right? Like people who grew up with the Wii, it's still like I did, but none. Like I don't think any of my formative like experiences were on at least the Wii per se, specifically. Yeah. Like, it bums me out, because, like, I think what makes me happy is the fact that, like, these games are becoming available to people, like, these older ones. And, like, people are understanding that just because a game is old doesn't necessarily mean it is, like, incomprehensible to someone playing games in the modern day, right? Someone can go back to Chrono Trigger, still have a good time. Someone can go back to like, what's another game that's old? Like Mystery Dungeon, Path of Radiance, like, and still like understand that those games have something to them. But it's just very, you know, weird. Persona 4 is getting a remake soon. We all have seen the leaks. It's inevitable. That was my first. Well, that was my first Persona game.
Make room for me too.
That's gonna hit weird. That's gonna hit really weird. Another decade of Yosuke Hanamura, Kanji Tatsumi, and Naoto Shirogane discourse for all of y'all. I don't envy you. Will it be named Persona 4 Platinum? That would be funny. You guys will have will most likely have a Yosuke who is not voiced by Spider-Man or Sasuke. That will be weird. Assuming you're playing in English, obviously. In Japanese, they'll probably still be the same. What do I hunt now? God, I was so into the Nintendo stuff, like nose deep into the Nintendo stuff, I completely forgot we have Monster Hunter happening like this Friday. I'm fucked. Imagine if they finally go through with the scrap Yosuke route. I would not mind that. Yo, I'd be so down for that. Romancing Yosuke? We basically already did in the original game. Dude straight up calls you partner the entire time. Are 3 and 5 as long as 5? You mean 4? 3 and 4. I remember 4 was...
Let's take a quick break.
I remember 3 was clocked in at around 80 hours from most people I knew, and 4 was around 100. I don't know if that's, like, actually accurate. But that was back in the day. I remember Persona 4 being the longer game. 2 Soaring Caster streams. Hi, Micaiah. Welcome back. I couldn't go to bed. I had too many Switch thoughts. I'm trying not to talk about them anymore, but we're doing some Monhun. That updates in like 2 days. That's crazy. Mizutsune will be in the game soon, and then I will get to fight Arc-Tempered Raidou. Ready for the rematch? I hope. my body, I don't know. Is my body ready? Haha, Nintendo thing? I don't know. Is it tomorrow? No, it's Friday, right? Wait, what? Shit, wait, when is it? You don't have time for all these games? How's the backlog looking? I thought it was the 7th? I thought it was Friday! What? Hold on. Oh, Zoshia! Hell yeah. Hold on. What was I looking at? Title update 1. GU1. Release date. Oh, it is tomorrow. Oh shit! Oh god! Oh god! Wait, what? Huh? I thought the update was tomorrow. No, it is tomorrow. What? Okay. I guess it is tomorrow. All right. Well, I will pass out later, I suppose, and then when I wake up, it'll be in my hands, right? I'll see you guys all in the Gathering Hub, and then we can all have a fun time, hold hands to arm wrestle. Time to kill the bubble chicken. Oh, you know me, you know it. I don't know, talking about video games makes me depressed. Is there anything else we can talk about? Got another sour-ass aerial offset yesterday. Ghost Rick, please put those in the gaming chat in the Discord. I need people to see that. That's awesome. Holding hands with Soaring Caster. They are very sweaty right now because I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm back. Hi, Ren. I'm sorry. My thoughts have consolidated on the Switch 2, and I'm conflicted, but hopeful, I guess. I don't know. Money's hard to come by right now, and at this point, I do think I would rather spend money on the stream at this point as opposed to a console. But if I buy a console, that'll benefit the stream. Open commissions. I'm still working on my prior commissions! This is why I feel bad! They don't even look like offsets, it just makes the noise and nothing happens. I still need to see them. You are being born. You are indeed being born. I still feel bad. Get the console for stream. Stream is my job. Write the console off as tax write-up costs. It's my job. Like, I think my thing is, like, I'm in a weird place where it's either the Switch 2 or a GPU, right? A new GPU. And not to say that the GPU upgrade would only be for Monster Hunter. It would be for everything going forward. Your GF made a little PNG mementos to hold you off. I'm sorry. Strict. I promise it's in the works. I've just been very like art blocky right now. If you've seen me drawing things on Blue Sky, it is definitely to try like. Are there any PC games coming out that you'd want to stream? This versus are there any Switch 2 games you'd want to stream? Like, I guess, I guess it's less like, would I want to play like games on the PC? It's more like, I would like to have something reliable, right? Like, I don't know, like, something reliable for my work setup, right? Because I feel like upgrading my PC, it will be it is literally putting money into a hole, right? Because I will never be done upgrading this, and eventually I will just get a new computer once, like, things are too outdated. But I at least feel like I am, you know, if I upgrade my PC, then I'm upgrading, like, I'm paying for the ability to not only play Monster Hunter well, but also with my model up. I am paying for, you know, any potential, like, things I may be doing with editing software in the future, or just, you know, upgrading my, like, I don't know. You're right. It is a hard thing to justify, because yes, I don't know. I don't know, because it's also the fact that the Switch 2 is coming out so soon, right? If this was a November thing, I would be like, okay, I have time to think and save. But now it's like, oh no. June is crazy. June is so crazy. Didn't the original Switch also come out in June, actually? I very specifically remember going to the Target and thinking I wasn't gonna get one launch day because you know they were sold out. And no, dude was just straight up okay with like, hey man, you got the Switches in the back, you want one? And I was just like, yeah. And then I paid with like physical $100 bills because I was not an infant, but I might as well have been. Waiting for the Switch purchase can only lead to good things. Waiting for PC upgrades will only lead to having it not be as good as until I buy it. Yeah. Man. I don't know. Ren, have you talked with Kit yet? Where do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? You remember when you were a baby, Ren, and only paid in cash everywhere? I felt so bad for every cashier. I was like, I'm sure it's fine. Like, you know, it's their job. But I always felt really bad whenever I paid in physical cash, and it'd be like, oh, hey, you have change. It is literally their job. But, you know, first Switch was out in March. Okay, this does sound right. Good night, Maple. Have a good night. But yeah, like, have you talked to Kit? Do you, like, what's the situation looking? Not that... I'm talking about this way too seriously. Has the family decided what they want to do with the Switch and the Switch 2? Like, I feel like I'm talking about, like, who's getting the dog in the divorce. You haven't talked to Kate yet today, but your original plan was to go half and half and get one so you'd share. That makes sense. You'll see after she's seen the direct and how the price and how that still sits, yeah. Going half and half makes sense. I feel like you can't go wrong going half and half with anything, actually. Huh. Man. You go half and half with GF, but she doesn't play video games. Right, I remember you telling us this, Ghost Trick. Video games used to be fun, man. Back when we were young. Not that they have changed, but also now we have to think about like the politics of like the pricing and the games involved, and like, and it's like, oh man. Tariffs. Now we have options. Are you not entertained? I am, but your wallet's not. Being an adult sucks. You miss when mom and grandma will buy you Pokemon X for Christmas. Yeah. Like, you know, we can gift each other games. Obviously, like, I'm, you know, I'm happy gifting games and being gifted games. I'm very appreciative of all the games gifted to me, but also it's like, dude, don't. I don't think any of us are gonna be. You're not buying. Stop. Yeah, you love artist streamers passing around the same $20. We're not passing around $500 for a Switch 2, though. Well, at least not on my end. Please don't. Please also do not do that in turn for me, please. It's fun to pass around $10 indies. Yeah, it's like, hey, like, you know, like, here's a game. That's the scary thing now. Like, if I wanted to give something like Monster Hunter Wilds to someone, the scary thing is, like, what if you get it for someone? Like, okay, if you get it for someone and they can't run it, it is just as simple as, hey, return it, right? The timing of when I gifted you a game kills you. Really? Right in front of my shake? You told me not to try? Fucker. Ruki got you web fishing and you'll get her back. How so? Does Ruki have repo? Get 5 people in a house and you only have to pay $100 for each. But then the game is like 580 divided by 5. Oh my god, I can math. 16? $16? Ash, welcome in. I don't know, man. They're scared to buy games for people. What if they think your games suck? I mean, it's like, that's why you appeal to them, right? Like, hey, I don't know anything about this game, but it was on your wish list, or it's at least listed as similar to, like, what's on your wish list, so I'll be like, okay, yeah, this seems about right, right? Ren owns your entire library. If it's a Steam gift, you do have the option to decline it. You do. You do have the option. If it's on their wish list, it's fair game. Yes. If it's on their wish list, they literally cannot complain about it because that's what they wanted it at some point. Though, I will say, hey, guys, like, not really, like, this has been me, like, looking at other people's wish lists, right? Always be careful about what you buy. Not because, you know, it's not on their wish list or they might not like it, but, like, I've seen games on people's wish list that was, like, that have been, like, what, a decade old, right? Like, they wish listed this in 2016, and I'm just like, you know, you haven't taken it off, but is it because you still want this game, or is it because you haven't bothered to fix your wish list? Everyone go into your wish list right now, update that shit. Your wish list is mostly so you get notification on sales. Yeah, same. I do gotta update mine too. I don't, like, I don't know. 10 years? They could have forgotten? Yeah. You used to know a dude who just added literally every game he saw into his wish list. Like, I get the mentality, right? Like, hey, man, just, but, you know, cut down. Having a big wish list does make it easier to gift games, though. But, you know, also, I would like it if, you know, I don't necessarily, like, you know, whatever. If I buy a game for you, I'm dropping it in your lap and I'm leaving, right? Like, I don't need to see how you react to it or, like, care about it. As long as you have the option to play something that you didn't have originally, like, you could play it right now, or you could play it, like, 5 years from now when you decide, I need something to do, right? I like to give people that option. And plus, like, it's also just nice to be like, hey, suddenly I don't need to think about this purchase because someone else made it for me, right? Like, I was interested in this, but now I have it. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel weird talking about gifting games when it's like, you know,
Commencing question
sentimental,
now.
but
Are you
you know,
prepared?
I don't know. But like, not as a joke. You forgot his reasoning, but he was a strange dude. Like, wait, like really everything? Like just everything on the front page of Steam? Personally, if it's still in 2016 or God forbid older, it's likely forgot about. Yeah, everyone just sort not only by like the most like ranking, but also date of when they put it on there. I feel like you can't disappoint someone if they literally put it on their wish list 5 minutes ago. Thank you for Fields of Mystery again. You love your dog. No problem, Micaiah. I hope you enjoyed. Double check can confirm you still want those games. Okay. Just making sure. Just Secret Santa wishlist games. That'd be fun. Like, group Secret Santa. Couldn't play Path of Radiance and think of Micaiah the whole time. That's Radiant Dawn, actually. Micaiah, are you gonna have to wait for them to, like, put out the Wii Virtual Console? For, like, the full thing? Your journey never ends. Again, I'm still convinced that, like, I need to talk to my parents about, like, my birth. I need to be like, hey. Are we okay? Am I a twin? I can't be. Also, good night. You almost doze off in your chair. Good night, sis. You happy? Does that satisfy you? Can you leave me alone? Good night. Yeah, okay. Good night. We have to play it for the arts. What arts? Rua, I'm your moderator. I am one of your moderators. I cannot help you when the weird freaks like come out of the woods and are just like, I want to see the siblings kiss. I can't help with that. I will be too busy crying in character to help. Falcon's gonna have such a bad time. Not for the charts, for the arts. You're right, I guess Kagamiya, I guess you're right. Light! No, you could have come in literally any other time! Welcome in, Light! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How goes the day? Did I lend you $90 for one Switch game? Okay, like I know we've been pretty negative, or you know, pretty respectfully, you know, concerned, but also speculative, you know. But like, what is a game people really are excited about? Like. Deserve, to be honest. Like, yeah, no, like, that's a lot of money. But we've talked for hours about that. I want to be a bit more positive. Maybe not about, like, the business practices, but just like, hey, man, what games are people looking forward towards, right? Ooh, that DK game did look really good. I am really curious to know if the words Wario Land ever came up during that, like, production. Just because it looks so very similar. But I don't know. Aside from DK, new Layden's nice. Yeah, I'm surprised Layden didn't have more of a showcase. I guess that's not a Switch 2 exclusive. Like, why would it be, right? Let's buy the game together and take turns playing it. You want to join my family? You want to be a caster light? Do you have a last name? The Wild Hearts curveball was weird. Cause I had thought the entire thing about Wild Hearts was like it was a good game, but it was no longer being supported. But no. I mean, well, I don't know. That was crazy. Never had a last name. Want to be an honorary caster? Guess it sparks hope, a little hope for the Wild Hearts community. Yeah! Like, I think it's good. Like, DoorDash does it? Let us pay in installments? I would not mind that at all. Maybe if I buy my Switch 2 online, I can pay for it like dollars at a time. Actually, interesting getting the game when it came out. Not gonna lie. Ah! Why are you blessing me with bad vibes? I can't parry that. I don't even have like sound effects to go off with that anymore. You were very hyped with Direct. Okay. Like pricey, but a lot of interesting things coming up, you know? Micaiah, why? As a Kirby Chad, you're happy we got more Kirby stuff? Are you happy for Air Riders? I feel like Air Riders is not what I was just... was not expecting it from Sakurai, but as soon as I saw... Because I knew Sakurai was working on something, right? Because he had mentioned he was working on something. He'd said so. But I was just like... It's not a Smash Brothers. That's too soon. Is it actually Kirby, or is it like something else entirely? Because again, Sakurai hasn't worked on the Kirby games for a while. He made Kirby what he is and then dipped. I don't know. I'm mainly talking about like Switch like pricing stuff on here because I feel like I do not want to hear anything about it on Blue Sky or Twitter. Not that I use Twitter anymore, but you know. You use the Smash Kirby model too? Yeah, but like, that's the thing! Smash Kirby looks like Sakurai Kirby is a very different Kirby than like post-Sakurai Kirby. Sakurai Kirby is like, he's still cute, but he's like, his eyes are smaller and his like blushes are less defined. He like, I've always thought of Sakurai's Kirby as like, you know what I mean, right? Like, more dynamic. Yeah, exactly. Like, about to make Blue Sky look like Twitter after today. Yeah, you know, maybe social media as a whole is bad. Maybe it's not even just like Twitter. Maybe it's just... Nope, I am sticking to my guns. I can enjoy things without needing to look for validation in others. This has been my character arc. Also, how did Micaiah specifically cast a spell? Yeah, I don't know. I do like Kirby. I do like me some good Kirby. And Air Ride was a childhood favorite of mine. Wind Waker too, so yeah, they are trying to get me. They're doing their best to, like, get me in. We'll see. We'll see how things go. You're irritated by the fact that Light's attack did so much more damage. You're right, that is way more damage. What the hell? Speaking of childhood, the game collection on the Direct also looks solid. It's a pretty good game selection there. Path of Radiance, all games you can't get easily anymore, you know? Path of Radiance, Colosseums,
Look at all our ingredients.
F-Zero,
We should whip out the barbecue grill.
Sunshine, though Sunshine's a weird case. No Mario Party 7 bad list. You know, also fair. Yeah, the games are exclusive to the Switch too. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, F-Zero is also a really big one. GX. I don't know. Arkfeld. You want that controller? It did look nice.
Commencing quest by order of the guild.
What a wild day, though. I would love to wake up at a normal hour with, like, more than, like, for 3 days. We'll see. You need your shoulder buttons clicky. Hope it feels good on PC. The friends screen share at 20 FPS. Like, okay, I'm assuming they're targeting a market that just doesn't use Discord. It has to be, right? But also capturing games for normal people is hard. I will say that, right? Like, not everyone has a game capture device. That's like my speculation, right? That's kind of all I got. I'm not even trying to, like, justify it too much. I'm just, like, trying to make sense of it. Because, you know, I know a lot of streamers, right? Not at slideshow speed. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. That is what confuses me. You are so right. Maybe it was only at slideshow speed because they were also playing a game. I don't know. I will see what happens. But you know, I'm also trying to look at it from a point of view of not everyone is a streamer. Not everyone has like these things available to them all the time. Like, I am very privileged to be able to have like a capture device and a game, like a PC, a gaming PC. I don't know. I am smarter to know that not every like Switch owner is a child. But I do wonder sometimes because I am so just out of tune with like someone who doesn't stream for a living or someone who just doesn't play video games on Discord. You know? You think Nintendo is going in on the idea if you own a Switch, you only have a Switch? Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. You got a Fortnite ad and damn, the music's fire. Fortnite's good at that. Fortnite's good at getting musicians. That's on the Switch too now. That's on. I mean, it's on the Switch now. It was on the Switch. I don't know. I can only ever say I don't know now. And that's also not really true. I do know. I know for myself that, like, how I feel. Honestly, you guess you're leaning more into PC gaming now. Like, not a bad idea. And I guess for most streamers, it just makes sense to, right? Because, hey, upgrading your setup means upgrading everything about your setup, right? Not only the games you play, but also your hardware, like your ability to stream, like, you know, your stream quality. But, you know, there's still gonna be games I want on the Switch too that I'm going to have to bite the bullet for eventually. You think the demographic they are leaning in is teenager friend group who don't own PC but want to do PC things? Like, if I was a teenager right now, I could probably see myself being really excited about the Switch too, right? Like, oh shit, they have like Discord but not Discord. They have like games that I'm interested in but never got a chance to because I was like 7 when the GameCube was a thing. 7? 2? I don't know anymore. 2. When you were 16, you would have died over the Switch. Yeah. You can really assume it does mainly target people who have no access to computer consoles. Yeah, like that is my theory. And you know, I'm gonna say this, I'm not sure it will compete with a Steam Deck in terms of hardware, but at the very least the monitor is more capable of higher resolutions and higher frame rates. So I'm just like, maybe? Because it's not like the Steam Deck is super powerful either. It's way more powerful than the Switch, but you know, it's still a lower bar, right? It is a bar. The new Switch is not an OLED. The new Switch's monitor is high resolution and it's 120 FPS, like 120 hertz. But it is not an OLED. But the OLED model of the Steam Deck is also $500. So that's probably more comparable. Steam Deck owners quote me on this to defend Nintendo. Your Steam Deck's battery was destroyed within a year, and the dock is almost scuffed. It's the most scuffed garbage you've ever used. Well, okay. I'm gonna say this because I think the Steam Deck is, because it's also a really good console, but it's also really old at this point too, right? I think the Steam Deck makes up for it with. Isn't the entire thing about the Steam Deck is that you can repair it yourself? And like, it is so open-ended that way. I don't own a Steam Deck. I'm not going to bash the Steam Deck just because I don't have one. Right? Mike Buzz again? Come on. Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Sorry, the new wire's coming in tomorrow. The thing you're more concerned with is a heating issue. Yeah. Because that fan is only on during the, when it's docked, yeah? Back? Nice. Yeah, the new wire's coming in today or tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be fixed before we get into the title update. Heading back to work. Bye, Soren. Bye, chat. Bye, Micaiah. Everyone say goodbye to Micaiah. If the dock is only on the fan, you're concerned if the console can handle the heat while in handheld mode. Yeah, that's something I'm curious about too. Much like most things, you don't think the Steam Deck. You think the Steam Deck is amazing if you don't have a PC or really don't like sitting in a chair. I do think that is also like the demographic they're going for, right? People who don't have a PC or don't like sitting. Like, I think the Steam Deck and Valve are pretty good about most PC things. And obviously, because, you know, the Steam Deck has access to Valve, or the Steam Deck has access to Steam, sorry, it's just an immediate, more, like, lucrative purchase. Dude, okay. This won't justify a Switch 2 for me, but if they improve the eShop, I'm here for it. That could have swayed me. I just need it to be working. I just need it to be able to. I just need to be able to browse easily. That's all I want. All I need. Oh. Also, you think running your Steam Deck is a scuffed Linux PC? If you running your Steam, you're valid. King, queen, you did this. That sounds badass, actually. Got your tail. If they show Monster Hunter running on the Switch 2 at some point, I will be convinced. Because then that will just enter, like... If they show it running well, then that will already be like, okay, this is justifiable for someone out there. Right? Like, do I think it will have ray tracing? No. Is that fine? Yes. Tiny Linux PC for like $400, $500 is a pretty good deal. Oh, definitely. You got options there. Let's see. You ran Elden Ring, that's all you care about. Like, I know people are, like, wondering if it'll even run it well. I guess I'm also... That's a reasonable thing to be concerned about. You know, fair enough. You know, Soren, you've heard of doom scrolling when I can't sleep and doom hunting? I've been doom hunting for... How long is Monster Hunter... When did Monster Hunter Rise come out? I feel like that's when I started, actually. Doom hunting on stream. Welcome in, Chef. We are simply having post thoughts. I kind of don't want to talk about the Switch anymore. Like, it'll happen when it happens, but I don't know. Wait, console team, they may have to release a new Mon Hun game on the Switch 2 in the future. Yo, wait, hold on. Hold on. Get the Generations Rise team on the Switch Monster Hunter again. That could cook. I could see that cooking. Like, you're excited about the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom upgrades? Yeah, like, again, I'm assuming that those upgrades will be at least like $10 at least. Which, you know, that's standard across the market right now. I think that'd be fine. That companion app, we were talking about the companion app and how, like, I know a lot of people are gonna say it's silly, but I do still have a fondness for, like, gimmicks like the dual screen, like DS dual screen or the Wii U gamepad. So I'm kind of all on board with it, if only because I don't want to open a menu. I want to open up my phone in real life and see where I need to go. I think that'd be really fun. We need the DS to come back for real. No more Silksong clown memes. Like, no more Bloodborne memes. No more Silksong memes. I'm free. You think there's still space in the market for it? Yeah.
For me too.
Like, I understand it sucks when those consoles die out and then, like, those games don't really have anywhere to go. But I don't know. I feel like as gimmicky as people like to call them, I still like them. Like, they were so cool. The companion app feels strangely immersive. Like, it is very interesting that, like, they had to strip out all of the Wii U stuff from Breath of the Wild because, you know, it became a like a cross-generational game. And then they kind of, like, put it back in. Not exactly Bloodborne, but it'll do. It's a FromSoft game with a slightly Victorian edge. I think it'll count. Like, I'm sure that there is nuance to people who like Dark Souls over Demon Souls over Bloodborne over what was the samurai one? But I don't know, man. I at some point it feels like Monster Hunter to me of like, hey, Rise, World, same thing. You'll get over it. That is also very reductive. I'm sorry, but as someone who doesn't know anything about the Souls games, I'm assuming. Am I excited for the new season of Rivals? Shit, I should get back to playing Rivals. I need to get back to Rivals. My Spider-Man has been lacking. I've been slacking on Spidey. I need to actually stay good at a game I'm good at, you know? The samurai one. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I need to play it. I've been told by Moshu that that's the one that I might actually really like. Let's do comp together for the next... Oh, like, I don't know if I can do comp. I'm so bad. Spider-Mans are getting banned left and right nowadays. Really? In competitive? Or, like, in general, like, for cheating? I don't cheat, I promise. Sekiro is a near perfect game in your mind. Oh, I have no ill will towards it. I'm just like... I don't know anything about that game. I feel like it scratched a very different itch for people. Like... I feel like I know some people who compare, like the Souls games to, like, a third-party... Like, not third-party. A third... Like, it feels very... Rise to someone's, world, if that makes sense, you know? Like, very action-y, very counter-heavy, as opposed to, like, well, rhythm-based, as opposed to preparation-based. I'm talking out of my ass. There are way better people here who can better talk about the nuances of Sekiro versus Bloodborne, or what have you. Not for cheating, but for being annoying. I can be annoying. That's my job as Spider-Man. Like, hey, man. That's my job. That's literally my job. You can get mad, but if you start calling me out for being a Spider-Man main, I'm sorry. Get better at grouping up then, Luna. I don't know. Like, hey, like, you want to know what a good counter to Spider-Man is? Not you, Zanya. You're pretty good at sticking together. Like, you know this. You're a good Luna Snow. I'm talking about all the Lunas who like to, like, go out on their own and pretend they're healing, only to, like, go for plays. And it's like, you're not helping anyone for that. Like, also, Zarya, you literally freeze most Spideys, you know. Like, I have seen you freeze Spideys midair. You learn Wanda just to kill Spider-Man. Wanda's a really good counter to Spidey. Anyone... I was gonna be very mean. Anyone who relies very much... Maybe not relies, but, like, has very good, like, auto... like, lock-on, very good for Spider-Man, right? Like Spider-Man relies on his mobility to not get shot, but if you can deny that, you have him in the palm of your hand. As someone who tried Spidey and Cap for giggles, you do see a lot of people not grouping. Like, that's the easiest counter to any flanker. Just group up. Like, yes, you are sitting ducks for an ultimate, but it's the start of the game. That Iron Man will not have his ultimate, and even when he does, he literally says when he is shooting it, like, you're fine. Like, the good Iron Man, like, if you are fighting against a good Iron Man, whether or not you are grouped will not matter. You are dead either way, right? Like, hey, like, this applies to Wanda's as well. Hey, Scarlet Witches, you're not gonna get play of the game by, like, doing your ultimate, like, and trying to, like, take out the entire enemy team. That'll get you, like, at most a few minutes, but that enemy team, depending on where you're at, they will respawn faster than you. It does not matter. Just use your ultimate defensively. Stick with the party. You are not meant to be flanking. You are meant to support your supports and make sure they do not die. Not to mention Strange can sack his shield to catch the ult. I mean, there are, like, trade-offs for every ultimate, right? Like, well, actually, no, you're right. That is kind of the one Iron Man trade. You're right. No, you're right. I don't know. Like, I don't think I still don't think I'm really good at rivals, but I at least know enough to be like, why are these people complaining about so-and-so and so-and-so when it's like, the solution is just not to get in that situation to begin with, right? Like, yeah, people in, like, bronze and silver complain about Iron Fist, right? And yeah, it makes sense, because you're starting out, but Iron Fist can be dealt with if you just group up and focus when, like, you need to. It's almost like that's the thing with all flankers. If it's a good Iron Fist and they're attacking, you know, when their party is, you know, preparing for an attack on both fronts, yeah, then it's hard, but hey, man, I'm telling you to get good. Yes. Like, okay, no, for real. Like, a lot of people think that, like, oh, I need to get better at aiming, or I need to get better at, like, using my ultimate. People need to get better at positioning. People need to get better at knowing when to go in and when to go out. And I notice this more as a Spider-Man because I am literally above everyone and I can see where people are going, right? Like, people do not like to group up, and I understand why. Because you don't want to be part of the firefight. But hey, being part of the firefight helps you and your team. Sightlines are important, and also making sure you have other people's back when they are like fighting. Super important to like a fight in Marvel Rivals. You want to learn a backline terrorizer, either Cap or Iron Fist. That's true. Playing Wanda frontline when you can get good tanks is the best. Yeah, like Wanda is really good at melting tanks too. Actually, you're right. I kind of forgot about that aspect of her. Mostly because I know a lot of people who only like, not a lot of people, but I know people like that I play against in games whenever I play are just like, I don't know. You don't play gun games, but you imagine it's like how it was when you played League, where all the low-rank players desperately want to be the main character and just don't play the character correctly. No, exactly, exactly. Don't 1v1 Iron Fist now that he got a buff. Sounds like a time. It's like a lot of people making fun of Iron Fist of like, oh, look at me pressing one button, and it's like the pressing of the button is not the part of skill for the Iron Fist. It is the fact that he knows when to go after like the idiot who is off to the side, like, trying to be the main character when they are a squishy. And it's like, yeah, dude. Like, that's the smart part. That's the hard part about playing Iron Fist, is knowing when to go in and not get dead immediately. Motherfucker deals HP damage now with... What? Really? Huh. Okay, this might be worth getting back on for. I need to see. Like, yes, Spider-Man has a combo that hits you across the map if you uppercut it just the right way. But we also have 250 HP? Like... I don't know. Part of you misses comp games, but then you remember you don't want to anymore. Nothing wrong with, like, not playing competitive games, Ghost Rick. I don't want to ever... That's kind of why I don't like competitive. Is that, like, I don't know. I can talk about, like, knowing all this stuff about how the game is meant to be played. Am I talking out my ass? Yeah, you bet I am. Like, do I consider myself knowing more than the average player? At least the average player in quick play. And maybe actually some comp, I don't know.
Look at all our
But, I don't know.
We should whip out the barbecue
I
grill.
don't ever want to try because what do I get out of it? A skin? Like, the satisfaction of the game telling me that I'm better than, like, 85% of players or however many they say? No, I don't need a game to tell me that. The competitiveness calls for you, but you're tired? Yeah. I don't know. I don't like getting stressed out over stuff like that. I like playing a game and, like, learning enough about it to know what I'm doing and to know what others are doing. But also just being like, it's not that serious, right? It's a video game. I could make up headcanons about the other people being super sweaty on the other team, or I could admit to myself that that person is probably 11, and this is their first, like, you know, shooter game, and they're really cracked at it, right? Like, I've learned that with Splatoon. I could get really mad at, like, Squidbagger 75 and think that they're like a sweaty guy in their 40s who only watches Splatoon videos of varying content. Or I could just be like, this guy's probably like 11, they got this game for Christmas, and they have never stopped playing it because, hey, they're a kid and it's summer vacation, like, it's spring break now. Like, I don't know. At least there's no voice chat or text chat in Splatoon. Well, then I know that they're either, like, a kid or, you know, 40. Then I can have that confirmation right away. Oh, yeah, playing games with friends is always going to be better, right? I don't have to prove myself. Or if we do have to prove ourselves, it's at least, like, in the comfort of friends and family. Every Splatoon player is a sweaty teenager who only plays Splatoon. I mean, you're not wrong. But, like, then that just means I'm an adult getting angry at a teenager, and that's a bad look. First time you played in a while last night, and your quick team was insane. What do you mean Venom is diving deep and coming back to get heals? What do you mean Hulk is jumping into the healers and giving them a bubble with Punisher's ult pops, allowing you to survive? The amount of times you thought you were gonna die and our team actually protected the healers was insane. That sounds like an amazing game! Holy shit, wait! Wait a minute, hold on. Like, oh! I mean, those are two dive tanks, right? I feel like dive tanks, usually the good ones, are usually pretty good about knowing my life is in the hands of the healers. I need to not overextend. At least, you know, I hope, right? That sounds amazing, though. That does sound really good. No, it's not. Fuck them kids. Well, like, okay, we can have that sentiment, but also not get angry, right? Like, I cannot like kids, but also... Hold on, I don't like where this is going. And the enemy team had annoying Spider-Man, genuinely good. They were on that shit when he dove in. Dude. You guys are making me want to go back in. Not that I ever really stopped. It was more so like Monster Hunter became way more of a thing, and then I just stopped playing. Splatoon taught you don't need communication devices to be toxic. You know, that's very true. Do it. Alright, I'm back to being Spider-Man at some point in the future. Look forward to that. You missed me? Don't you want to have a twerking Venom? I don't play Venom. Well, okay, I do play Venom. But not well. I don't know. I've considered myself a Spider-Man one-trick because that's, like, the one guy I'm pretty good at. I'm really bad at aiming, guys. Why do you think I rely on the uppercut? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm decent at aiming. I need to aim in order to get those shots. If you get stickied with the Spider Tracer, you take more damage from Spidey. That's why you are dying. I will let you all know this now. He can hit really hard if he tags you. Please know when everyone was playing Rivals, it was the worst. I still streamed! I mean, granted, you know, I don't know. You don't like my commentary when I'm Spider-Man? You don't like me saying, time to get sticky every 5 minutes? What happened to brand loyalty, Ghost Trick? I'm kidding. No, you're fine. I'm gonna play games that people don't like, and that's fine. There's no incentive to saying here. No, you don't have to! If I'm not playing a game you like, please don't watch. All the more reason to freeze Spider-Man as he's trying to pull himself up to you and uppercut. See, the good Spideys don't. You're around, but you didn't talk simply because you know nothing. I will say, it's good to have you around, though, Ghost Trick.
What you think we'll find?
The Marvel Rivals stuff was fun. And I probably will still play more of it later. Maybe not on stream. Or at least as much. But I do like having you around. You'll always be here to make me look bad. I wouldn't have it any other way. You and the rest of these guys. What time is it? 12? No, I wasn't gonna call you anything bad. What are you talking about? No. Not at all. Gormagala time. Ah.
Have another hug with
That was
no
weird.
surprises today.
Check back in every meow and again.
You have D&D today, but you want to hunt now? I mean, have fun with D&D. D&D is a group activity as well. How often do you get to play D&D? Never.
Have a nice hunt.
That's right. Come on. Enjoy D&D while you have it. Campaign could end. You love your D&D friends, it's true. Exactly. Never take that for granted. Alright, we'll fight this. Whoa, that's a Jihad! Oh, what the fuck are you doing here? Nah, friend, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. You play 3 times a week except when we don't because life is awful. That's fair. Life is pretty awful sometimes. 3 times a week is pretty often, though. That's an active campaign. Is it the same campaign? Every time? Oh, that poor DM. Play 3 times. Oh. Sorry, just the idea that I need to have a coffin playthrough at some point in the future is like upsetting me greatly. Except not, well, whatever. It's a well-written game. I'm just being silly about it. But, I don't know, man. Wednesday and Saturday are the same group. Saturday is a mix-up day, and Sunday is another group where we switch monthly. I see. Okay, pretty healthy, man. I know when I was a DM, I wanted to basically DM every day, like not quite like every day, but like basically a 3-day week as well. A 3-day week schedule. It's not fun. Well, okay, it was fun, but it was like DMing is not as much planning as you think it might be. Still a lot of planning, but like to be fair, you usually don't play Saturday. And Wednesday's when you gap, so you play it for like an hour and a half just to get things done. Is that when you take your like shopping? I miss D&D shopping sessions. So many shopping episodes. They seem like a fun time because it's like you can just. It is quite literally the busy work of the campaign. You can keep yourself entertained by just like hanging out with friends and talking about like, hey, what are you buying? Or like not even what the game is about, just like what's happening in life while so and so buys things off a shopping list. It's fun to chill about. It's fun if you chill about it. Some people get too bored. Is your table more roleplay or gameplay heavy? Like, do you guys have a preference? Your GF is a frequent phone user during sessions. Okay, if the DM is cool with that, I'm assuming that it's okay though. I know some people who take out their phone during the session, and that was you know, it's like, it's one thing if like you're actively participating, but it's another thing if you are like, you know, if it's someone else's turn, right? Okay. Your group, one group is pretty heavy role playing, the other is a good mix. Okay. I always find the table culture very interesting between tables. I know it can vary a lot. I used to be someone who thought D&D could only be done one way or another. So, it's been nice to kind of, like, open my eyes to, like, more of that kind of stuff. Both of your tables have the issue of never shutting up. Any rules lawyering, or is it more so, like, just talking a lot during an encounter? Hi, Sinwar. You're at work? Welcome back, Sinwar at work. I hope you are having an okay day. We are hunting. I'm trying to get tired so I can go to bed. The title update's tomorrow, apparently, so I guess I gotta like, you know, prepare for that. I'm crushing these monsters. It's kind of also practice just to be able to play Monster Hunter again, like, easily. I don't know if I've said this, Ghost Trick, but I used to play Monster Hunter at midnight. Back when I was starting out on stream. So now I'm just trying to get back into the habit of doing that. I do like my midnight Monster Hunter streams. Yeah, Rise and Grind. I do... Sometimes I'm really bad at it, but I do think that, like, talking while hunting is probably one of my strong suits. You know? This is the only game I can play, like, at a competent level while talking. Yeah, even then, I don't know if I'm as competent. Wanted your hand. You ain't playing no action games on stream. You're too locked in. I've seen that gameplay. You did hit that offset. I believe you. I think you're good at... I'm pretty sure you're pretty good at these games. Like, I don't know. Whenever I see someone good at Monster Hunter, I'm always just like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother and or sister. You're horrible at Mon Hun? Dude, I had no idea what you were doing in that aerial Insect Wave gameplay. I think you're fine. I think you're pretty okay. 20 potions later, it doesn't matter how many potions you use. Have you seen me guzzling these things down? I literally have macros, like a button on my radial menu that lets me make more of them, you know? Okay. Okay, I feel it. I feel it. We're getting tired. This is going to be the last hunt, and then we can raid someone. You need to get better at crafting mid-hunt. As long as we clear the hunt, that's what matters. That's the hunter's way. Cart 2 times. 3 times? No good. 2 times. A-okay. You get your pay docked a little bit, but you still win. Crafting mid-hunt's hard. I just started getting into it with this game. Well, like, in the hunt itself, I mean. Like, you know, before I would craft through the menus, but now this is the first game I've actually done crafting through, the radial menu. So, it's taking a bit of getting used to, but I think generally we haven't. I don't know how that did to me. This game has the one fault you asked for, which is, you simply are not... which is simply not interested in crafting. You want to make cool stuff. I'll say give it time, because there is not a lot of cool things right now, but also there's like dirty monsters, right? I want to see some interesting skill sets, right? Like, where are the skill sets that make me completely different? Where's the skill set that turns my stamina into health? Or, you know, something like that. It's today Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday, right? Missed switch skills. What if they come back? What if there's like one skill set that brings them back? I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay. Wait. Okay.
This is a rare research opportunity. Can't let it go to waste.
You think they did the dual blades dirty? Did they? I thought dual blades were like pretty okay with the changes. Were they not? Do they not like the Attack on Titan thing? Let you... Oh, the aerial stuff. Okay, I see. I should actually... I've been doing such a good job of not looking at other people's opinions about Wilds. You're right, you are a Rise player. You're so true. You basically were always in the air, regardless of your weapon.
Make room for me too.
I should look into that. Because now the Rise players have something to look back, back on fondly. Okay. I think this is a pretty good place to call it. 2 hours? Like, what, 5 hunts? Well, oh god, no. Cat. Oh, thank god. Alright. Well. Also, your goddamn hammer spin in the air attack. They are buffing hammer, at least. I did see that much. I'm aware that they are buffing hammer. Okay. Okay, I know who to raid. We're gonna raid Rookie playing some Spidey-Man. Because I don't think I've ever raided in a Rookie recently. And that just seems like a normal place to raid into. Show some appreciation for a fellow man of war. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day again. I hope you guys have a good day with your day. I'm gonna go to bed and get some rest. So, I hope things go well. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. I gotta bounce. Where are my scenes? There are my scenes. Alright, bye, everyone.